Hello and I welcome you all to Global News Factory. I'm your host, Vikrant. Democracy is being butchered in broad daylight in Germany's most populous state, North Rhine-Westphalia. Elections are coming in September, but what is happening is not democracy, it is sabotage, it is murder. Four AfD politicians running for offices are dead, assassinated, eliminated, call it whatever you want. The timing is no coincidence, just weeks before the vote. Suddenly, four people from the same party, the only party shaking the system, die mysteriously. And they expect people to believe this is normal. German economist Stefan Homburg said, I'm quoting, "The coincidence is almost impossible." But of course, the mainstream media is silent. The establishment wants this brushed under the carpet because they know exactly what this is, a direct strike on AfD. Why AfD? Because elites in Berlin and Brussels are terrified. AfD is no longer a fringe party, it is no longer the outsider. In the last national parliamentary elections, AfD secured a majority in North Rhine-Westphalia, the same state where these killings are taking place. And this state, the economic powerhouse of Germany, has gone blue. It has gone AfD. Polls now show AfD sitting at 26% nationwide. Every fourth person voter in Germany is an AfD supporter. And that is despite the endless smear campaigns, despite the labeling, despite the intelligence agencies calling the party extremist, AfD is winning people over. Why? Because they are the only ones speaking what ordinary Germans feel. People in Germany are angry about uncontrolled immigration, angry about jobs being lost, angry about crime, angry about inflation, angry about being reduced to a puppet of Brussels and Washington. The establishment knows this, they feel the ground shaking, and that is why they are panicking.
We think that the European treaties need to be reformed so that every country within the European Union has a right, first of all, to have a veto against the Commission. For instance, that the German government could say, okay, we don't agree, we say no. So the veto power in the European treaties. And if a country wants to leave the European Union, why not falling automatically into a free trade zone? I highly recommend just a free trade zone because all the bureaucrats, thousands of them, like eating up taxpayers' money, they just disturb real competition among the European countries. We don't need all of these bureaucrats that have actually who have no clue what they're doing.
Look at the numbers. A poll last month showed 43% of Germans believe they could see an AfD state premier by the end of next year. That is political earthquake. That is a total collapse of establishment. So, the knives are out. First, they tried the intel agency trick. In May this year, Germany's domestic intel agency classified AfD as extremist. That is their favorite weapon. Don't like someone? Call them a danger to democracy. Label them, smear them. Except when AfD went to court, the extremist label was suspended. For now. How much can you trust German courts that dance to Brussels' tune? Remember what happened in Romania, right? And then the political class openly called for banning AfD altogether. Imagine that, the Social Democrats, the same party that can barely scrape single digits in polls, passing a motion to prepare a ban on the most popular party in Germany. What a clown show this is in the name of democracy. And now, AfD leaders are dropping dead before elections, one after another. Does anyone really think this is coincidence? This is not democracy, my friends. This is not elections. This is elite panic in full swing. The truth is simple. AfD is pro-German party. It puts German people before Brussels, before Washington, before migrants. And that makes it dangerous, not to Germany, but to the rotten EU system that feeds off Germany's money and Germany's resources. The elites in Brussels will not allow AfD to rise. They already destroyed Marine Le Pen in France with endless legal challenges, court cases. They will try the same with Alice Weidel. Don't be surprised if tomorrow she is charged with fake corruption, tax evasion, or something laughable like misuse of campaign funds. It's all scripted. But this time, people see through it. Germany today is a theater, a democracy in name only, where the most popular party is called illegal, extremist, or now is simply erased through mysterious assassinations. This is the ugly truth. The EU and German elites have declared war not on Russia, not on corruption, not on migrants, not on terrorism, on their own people, on their own voters. AfD is their biggest fear, and that is why AfD must win. Not just for a seat in parliament, but for survival, for democracy, for Germany. Because what is happening in NRW is not an election, it is a battlefield, and the first casualties are AfD people. Save democracy from Brussels, save Germany from its own corrupt elites. And that is all for now. Thank you very much for being with me. You're watching GNF.